Shalom, shalom. It's your brother Wab back with another lesson, Lord willing, to be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wahal Rakakodash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 men of the Lord you see on the highways and byways, prophesying in the name and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Also in the correct doctrine. I want to send a shalom to the 1/3 men, women, and children that will escape the judgments of Yahweh Shem Yahushua by their faith. I want to bring out another lesson through the Spirit of the Lord, man. I just want to see see how the Spirit leads me. But I got a couple videos I want to bring out through the Spirit of the Lord, man, because a lot of our women are not going to make it. And a lot of our women have taken on to Esau and made him their God. And a lot of them want to die because of that mindset, man. And let me get straight to it, man. He says the average black woman does not get any older than about 14. So she said an average, not every single one. So this lesson is not for a woman that's seeking Yahweh about Shem Shai, that is not taking taking this truth for granted. Because basically, if you're a woman of the Lord, you know how these other women are. Just like we are being men of the Lord, we already know how the other men are. So when you bring out lessons, if you are offended by this, then you haven't been reborn yet, because nothing should offend you when it comes to this truth. Let's get straight to it.
Remember, the average black woman in America don't get no older than about 14. So just talk to her and deal with her like you dealing with a 14-year-old. Don't come at her like you dealing with an equal, because she's not going to be able to accept that. You got to go way back. And we cut off at about 14 to 15. We don't develop and mature no further until we get some new information and accept.
I forgot that was at the end of it. But yeah, I mean, she didn't say every single woman. She said average. And you know who the women are, man. These women that want to get Botox and get BBLs. And these are the women of the world, man. Let's get this one. Now, as you see, she knocks man's hat off after he refused to pay for her friend's order. Now, that's a mindset of a 14-year-old, man.
I swear to God, like, this all like going out with your ass. It's always because you're doing that weird ass shit. So, don't touch you. We've been talking for 4 years and your ass is still weird. This all never gonna work. I'm gonna motherfucker with your ass. I swear to God, I don't got time for you. You gonna pay for her food, you gonna pay for whatever the fuck I order. You gonna pay for what I order. This is embarrassing, honey. We didn't already ate everything. Like, I can pay for my food, but this is ridiculous. Like, you don't invite somebody and not pay for their tab. Like, that's you. This is why you don't date bald-headed ass. This is real mid. I'm ready to go. That one like being around her ass. She always got so much going on. I told you to put his bald-headed ass. I told you.
Now you see her behavior, man. You tell me that in the mindset of a young woman, a young girl, and this woman is fully grown, man, and she has a mind of a child, man.
On July 8th at 4:29 a.m., I get a FaceTime call. I don't answer it. I'm saving everything. For clarity, when he was fixing the lights or anytime, like, I would always call the police. Even though I told him to leave and he started walking down the street, I still called the police because I need to keep this paper trail going. I need to keep track of every time he comes.
Now, pay attention to what she said. He come over fixing the lights and doing basically house chores, and she said she calls the police to keep a paper trail. Now, I'm gonna go back.
At 4:29 a.m., I get a FaceTime call. I don't answer it. I'm saving everything. For clarity, when he was fixing the lights or anytime, like, I would always call the police. Even though I told him to leave and he started walking down the street, I still called the police because I need to keep this paper trail going. I need to keep track of every time he comes. I need the police to be aware. So on July 15th at around 5:22 p.m., guess who comes to my house? Ricardo Pierre.
Yeah, don't fucking come to my motherfucking house no more. Don't fucking come to my motherfucking house no more. Don't fucking come to my motherfucking house no fucking more. Don't fucking come over here no fucking more. And the cops is on their motherfucking way. Don't fucking come here no more. I don't know you. Don't fucking come here no more. What the fuck else I gotta do? I don't want you here. I don't know you. Yeah, know it, and don't fucking forget. Next time it's gonna be fucking worse.
So you know what's happening at this point? I'm tired. I'm tired. As I stated earlier, I was no longer feeling afraid. And I'm like, okay, I gotta do something. So over the course of this whole experience, I had been purchasing items and looking into things that would make me feel safe and make me feel protected. And I already knew if this man was to come back to my house, I gotta make him feel something. So the moment I'm about to leave out, I see him outside, I call the police first. Every time I call the police. But I knew what I was about to do. So I bit that nail off my finger, my pointy finger. I bit it off so I could press that button. And I knew I had to get him within my reach in order for me to mace him. So I said, come over here. Why do you keep coming to my house? What's going on? He's like, I wanted to talk to you about last time. And then psst, emptied the whole bottle on his ass. And that helped because he had to sit down and get himself together. Before, when he was fixing the light, when I said, get off my property, I'm calling the police, he started walking down the street. So in this case, I can get the cops to come here and see what's going on and explain to them again about how I feel this man is harassing me and coming to my property unwantingly. Is unwantingly a word? And after that, things got a little quiet again until September.
Now, if you catch it, she said he was fixing appliances and lights at her house, and she called the police every time he came. So obviously, he had to be invited or to come and fix her appliances or lights or whatever he had to be fixing. But the point is, she kept calling the police like she was in fear of her life. But she had to call him over to tell him an issue. She had his number. He had FaceTimed her. So this is the mindset I'm speaking about, man. And that lady was speaking about. The average black woman mind is not older than 14 years old, man. It don't matter how old she is, how pretty she is. That shit don't matter, man. These are the women that are not going to be defended in a time of Jacob's trouble, man. No looks would not be able to save you, man. And that's what a lot of these women don't understand. Their looks are going to save them. Because when the time of Jacob's trouble, a lot of these women are going to be out here. They're just going to be meat for the slaughter, man. They're going to be savagely, brutally manhandled. You know, I ain't going to say the R word, but you know what I mean, man. Because they're not going to be defended. They ran off the men that probably had any care about them, that wanted to defend them. They ran them off. So when all hell breaks loose, they're not going to even be able to look at them to even want to save them. Because my attitude would be, man, let her go on by herself, man, because she didn't want my help when I was giving her my help. And if he liked her or whatever, and he made advances at her, she didn't say that. She just said he was fixing her light, and every time he left, I would call the police. So she had to have a man coming and doing different odd jobs around the house that she couldn't do. And that's why the so-called black woman is not going to be Hispanic. All of them. The women of the tribes, I would say, are not going to be defended, man. But the ones that are seeking Yahweh by Shem Yahweh shall believe and having faith in the Lord is going to have you defended, man. The Lord speaks about having the elect lady. So even if you don't have a husband, the Lord speaks about having the elect lady, man, that's going to be saved in the time of Jacob's trouble, when all hell breaking loose, the time of the mark of the beast. So don't have your mindset stuck on the world, being emotional. Oh, she's a so-called black woman, so don't talk about her like that. These women and these people, 2/3 of our people are gone. There's no rescuing them. There's no saving them. But you have to defend yourself, man, and be in the mindset of taking care of you and your children, or you and your household, man. Because you're gonna have women that doesn't have men that believe. So let's get this video.
Okay, so since a lot of people are confused how I came to the conclusion that it's God over man, man over woman, woman over children based off chromosomes, I will explain shortly in this video. So because men can contribute an X or a Y to a fertilized egg, but women can only contribute an X, that means they're determining who's going to be who in society. That is crazy. Whether you're going to be a man or a woman in this world is up to the daddy. God is the creator of all things, of all life, of this universe. And then he created man in his image and his likeness. From man, he had both chromosomes X and Y, and pulled from him was woman. And then from women, she is the portal to life for the children. Just got deeper into thought, y'all. So this is the way it was supposed to look. God created man, and man pulled out woman from man, extension of him. That is why he is supposed to be the leader and tell her her role, because he knows, because it was extracted out of him. Do you guys understand? And the guidance and the clarity that my mind has, where I have peace, emotional regulation, biblical wisdom, marital advice, all came from man or God. If I listen to women, they're typically wives or had strong male leaders. And that is how you know that's supposed to be the order of things. God pours into man, man pours into women, and then women pour into the children from what they've learned from men, that men have learned from God. Thank you.
Well, see, she gets it, man. She understands the role of a woman and a man. That's the whole point of it. That's the way the Lord set it up. And that's the reason why we continue to bring this information out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man, because we're going back to those ancient ways of the Lord, man. We're not going to be we're not going to go into the kingdom of heaven with the mindset of Babylon the Great, the way it was here. We're going back to the ancient ways, man. And that's going into a man having more than one wife, a woman having her head covered and covered up her body, being loyal to her husband, having one husband. These are the ways we're going back to. But what we learn here and what we've been indoctrinated with here is Esau's system, man. His way of life, his way of governing the earth, man. So now check this out. This is back in the 1950s. And he has set this up all the way back then, man.
My friends, a time is coming when women will leave the home and go into the world blindly, and yet feel that they are our equals. They will quickly become entitled, as we men will tell them any and everything they want to hear, because we will have no one to come home to. As their egos become more inflated by their vast amount of suitors, and yes, there will be vast amounts because we men are hunters by nature, the women will take longer to decide which of these men should become their life partner. The longer they take, the more hollow they will become, as they will end up in bed with most of these men, with each of these men taking away pieces of them. Once they do find a long-term partner, they will never be satisfied, as they enjoyed being preyed upon. This will lead them to leave their marriage and go back out into the world, seeking someone else to complete their hollow core. Sadly, this cycle will continue until they are in their 40s and are no longer desirable prey. But what of the children, you might ask? Yes, what of the children? Indeed. The home life that we value will be no more. Most of these women will have children by several different men, while others will have no children at all, as they will go to extreme measures to prevent this from happening. My friends, I hope you value your family today, as your children will not be so fortunate tomorrow. I can only pray that God watches over them through life. What a world it will be. With that, I will say good night. I hope you've enjoyed this look into the future through clear eyes.
And you see this look into the future, and they told it to the T, man. That's why you have so many single women, so many children not being raised in a household, man. And this is the way he had it set up, man. This is what he wanted, because they knew that if we would keep the mindset of we had in the ancient world, man, we would outgrow them. We'll be more prosperous than in every society, in every place that we are at. But it was set up to be like this, man. To the point where Esau don't want a woman to even carry a child, man. I'm going to play a little bit of this. See, Esau don't even want a woman to carry a child, man. So this man is the devil, man. This ain't nothing we sugarcoating or making up. This man is truly the devil, man. The Bible speaks of. And that's what we want our people, man, constantly, man. Repent to the Lord, man, because this man is going to go down, man. And we don't want you to be involved with his going down, man. This is Genesis 2, and I'm going to start at verse 21, just to start hitting the points. It says, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua power caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and enclosed the flesh instead thereof, and the rib which Yahweh Shem Yahushua power had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto him, brought her unto man. And see, the Lord took and made a woman just for Adam, because we knew it was more people back in that time than just Adam and Eve. But he made a woman just for him, a woman that was basically DNA'd, if you want to say it like that, just for him, man. 23, it says, and Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. Just like we have now, man. You have a woman that is truly connected to you, man. Especially being in this truth, you have a woman truly connected to you. You feel like, man, I've been knowing this woman forever. Not saying every situation is the same, but you know what I mean, man. Because I've came across women in my life, and I'd be like, damn, I had to have been knowing this woman from my past. Verse 23 again, it says, and Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman because she was taken out of man. And that's the Lord making a woman, designing a woman just for him and bringing her to him. He wasn't brung to her. She was brung to him, man. This is Genesis 3. And start at verse 1. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahweh Shem Yahushua power had made. And he said unto the woman, yea, hath power said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, power hath said, ye shall not eat it, you should not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. So she was told that, we're gonna get to it. She was basically being set up to be misled, man, beguiled. So that's why he said you're gonna die if you don't. Basically, let me continue on. It says, and the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. This is what she was being set up to be told, that she wouldn't die if she followed the ways of the serpent, man. It says, for power doeth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes of the tree to be desired, to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So basically he lied to her and gave her the philosophies of the devil, man. He gave her the mindset of the devil, because he said you surely wouldn't die. And it elaborates it more, a little bit more in Corinthians, man. Because he basically came and taught her another way than what was taught to Adam. And she took upon the way that the serpent led her and fed it to Adam, man. This is 2 Corinthians, I want. So she took that same philosophies and mindset that the serpent gave her and fed it to her husband. And this is the reason why the Lord said a woman should not teach a man, usurp authority over a man, because Eve was beguiled. It makes plain sense to you once you understand the word of the Lord, man. This is 2 Corinthians 11, and start at verse 2. It says, "For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband." And this is the Lord comparing the children of Israel to a wife for one husband, just like Adam and Eve espoused. The Lord espoused her to one husband. That was Adam. Starting over, he says, "For I am jealous over you with a godly jealousy, for I have espoused you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Hamashiach." See that? The elect are being made a chaste virgin to the Lord, man, just like Eve was, man. It says, "But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds should be corrupted by the simplicity that is in Hamashiach." See, what was given to Eve in the beginning was simple, man. They was given simple instructions. And that's the reason why the Lord told us in this time, the mindset we should have is just simple, man. To the Lord, man. "But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve." See that? She was tricked in believing what she believed in and teaching it to Adam, man, and giving him the ways of the serpent. Through the subtlety, so your minds should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Hamashiach. See, she was corrupted by the simplicity in the Most High, man. It says, For if he that cometh preacheth another Yahweh Shah Hamashiach, whom we have not preached, or if we receive another spirit which ye have not received, or another gospel which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him. And that's what fruit means, to bear. So stay with what you believe, man. We believe in Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah, so that's what we staying, what we believe in, man. See, another gospel was taught to her. If you can receive it, man, this is exactly what happened to her. So he told you plainly what happened. The serpent beguiled Eve, and he's warned us now through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah. "For if he that cometh preacheth another Yahweh Shah," see that? The serpent came with another philosophy, man, preaching another spirit. But see, now our minds are stuck on Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah, man. "For he," so like it says, "For if he that cometh preacheth another Yahweh Shah, whom ye have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit which ye have not received, or another gospel which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him." So you need to stay with what you believe in, man. You need to bear with it, man. Let me get this in the Good News translation. I'm gonna start with the New Living. It says, "You happily put up with whatever anyone tells you, even if ye preach a different Yahweh Shah than the one we preach, or a different kind of spirit than the one you received." See that? A different kind of spirit than the one you received. "Or a different kind of gospel than the one you believed." So we don't supposed to stray away from what we've been taught and what we believe. Same as Adam and Eve. They weren't supposed to stray away from what they was taught, man. What they was told to do. The Good News translation, it says, "For you gladly tolerate anyone who comes to you and preaches a different Yahweh Shah, not the one we preached, and you accept a spirit and a gospel completely different from the spirit and the gospel you received from us." See, we've been blessed to understand this wisdom and this knowledge of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah, man. And that's the reason why the Lord put us over the woman. and not the other way around, man. And it's just true to the heart, man, because women are a lot more emotional than men. The Lord designed them to be that. That's a part of being feminine. This is 1 Corinthians 11, and start at verse 1. This is 1 Corinthians 11 in verse 1. It says, "Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Hamashiach. Now I praise you, brethren, that ye remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I deliver them to you." See that? What was delivered unto Adam and Eve, you're supposed to keep it, man. Stay with it. He says, "But I would have you to know. I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man." See that? The head of the woman is the man. So the Lord don't want the woman over the man, and that's also for protection as well, man. See, a lot of these women that don't believe and have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and even in their man, are going to be led to doom, man. Even not in this truth, a lot of these women think they're over their men. They're going to be led to destruction because they feel like they can do whatever they want to do, man. I used to have my ex, my kids' mother. She always told me, "You ain't my daddy, man. You ain't my daddy." That's the first thing she'll say. So, man, that mindset is here in Babylon the Great, man. And I know a lot of brothers are experiencing women that's like that, man. Because that's what they feel like because of the way America has set them up to believe in a false religion, of a false God, first and foremost, and believe in the way this society is set up that they are in power, man. Verse 3 again, it says, "But I would have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man. And the head of Hamashiach is the most high power." The Lord set it up perfectly, man. Because over the man is Yahweh Shah, man. That's our head, man. That's who we pray to. Every man praying or prophesying. I'm going to drop down on this now. Let me drop down to verse 8. It says, "For the man is not of the woman." See that? The man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. And that's what power brought the woman to to Adam, man. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua brought the woman to Adam. "For the woman is not of the let me slow down. He says, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman." See that? She was created from him for him. "Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man." See, our women are for us, man. It says, "For this cause ought the woman to have power on her, over her head because of the angels." Let me read that one more time. It says, "For this cause ought the woman to have power on her head because of the angels. Nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman, neither the woman without the man in Yahweh Shah HaMashiach." So you always have Yahweh Shah over you, man, if you obey and abide by your husband. And the angels have protection over you as well, man. Being under your authority, man, which is your man. Let me read this in another translation, man. New Living Translation. It says, "But among Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's people, women are not independent of men." See that? The women are not independent of men. You need a husband. It says, "And men are not independent of women." And a man needs a woman. It goes hand in hand. Good News Translation. He says, "In our life, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, however, women is not independent of man, nor a man independent of a woman." And that's the reason why the Lord set it up that way, man. We go hand in hand. We go hand in hand, man. So there's nothing wrong with a man being over you. He is your provider. He's your protector. That's the reason why the Lord set it up that way, man. He set it up to have order in our families, in our household, man. Because we see without the Lord's leadership, rulership in this society, we see how our people how our people are acting in this society, man. They in the alphabet community, man. They in in strip clubs and they selling drugs, all type of shit, man. I ain't gotta name everything. You should know it. But the Lord set it up like that, man. That's why our families are not. We don't have a well-structured household with both parents, man. The kids don't know who their daddy is, and vice versa, man. In some cases now, the kids don't know who the mama is, man. You might be out, out in drugs or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's not the way it should be. In the kingdom of heaven, it's gonna be totally different, man. It's gonna go back to the way it's supposed to be. Here we are not gonna experience a family here in Babylon the Great, man. You have some sense of a family, but not the way it's supposed to be. This is 1 Timothy 2, and I'm gonna drop down to 13. It says, "For Adam was first formed, then Eve." And the Lord continue to hammer down on the man is over the woman. The man comes first. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. See that? Eve was the first one to sin, man. Notwithstanding, she will be saved in childbearing. See that? A woman will be saved in bearing children, man. And that's a beautiful thing for a woman to bring forth life, man. Here in Babylon the Great, man, you have so many abortions. You have a woman don't want to have a child because she has a career. See, a woman in the kingdom of heaven, she's going to be happy to bring forth a child for her husband. Just like Leah and Rachel was, man. Rachel was to the point she wanted to die because she couldn't bring forth a child, man. And Leah praised the Lord when she had her fourth son. That's why his name was called Yahweh. In Judah in English, Yahweh in the Hebrew, man. Meaning, was it Yahweh meaning Yahweh thanks. It says, "Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and in charity and in holiness with sobriety." See, the Lord has a woman to be saved out of Babylon the Great by childbearing, man. And you're gonna have some elect ladies, but I wouldn't want to straddle the fence, man, because I forgot. I think it was a prostitute. I should have found that. Where she said that the Lord said she'll go in before you would. Roughly paraphrasing that, talking about the kingdom of heaven. Roughly paraphrasing that scripture. Let me get this right here next. Sirach 25. And this is it. This is the Good News translation of the Apocrypha. As you see right here, GNTA, Good News Translation, Apocrypha. And I might have to get it in the regular King James version of it. But let's get it here. It says, this is Good News Translation, Sirach, Ecclesiastica Sirach, 25 and 22. It says, "When a man is supported by his wife, there is sure to be anger, arrogancy, and humiliation. A bad woman will make her husband gloomy and depressed, And that's what's happening here in Babylon the Great, man. If a woman supports her husband, you've seen plenty of shows in different situations where a woman hates to be told what to do, should make food, or any goddamn thing, man. And we've seen that. All of us seen that, man. A bad wife will make her husband gloomy and depressed and break his heart. Show me a timid man who can never make up his mind, and I will show you a wife who doesn't make her husband happy. And we're experiencing that here, man, in Babylon the Great, man. I mean, it's just the truth. Sin began with a woman, and we must all die because of her. And we know that Eve is the reason why sin came in the world, man. Which we know was all set up in the spirit, but Eve was the first to sin, man. It says, do not let a bad wife have her way any more than you would allow water to leak from your cistern. So a woman's supposed to be in order, man. And you should actually supposed to put her in order. Not by beating her in stuff like that, but put her in order and being under your authority, man. If she won't do as you tell her, divorce her. It's plain, man. She's supposed to be under you. And that's the way the Lord set it up, man. And ain't no debate about it or what my opinion or what I think should happen. It ain't none of that, man. Because the Lord said you should divorce her. Put her away. This is Ecclesiasticus Sirach 36. And I'm going to drop down to verse 22. It says, a woman's beauty makes a man happy. There is no fairer sight for the human eye to see a beautiful woman. It says, if a woman is kind and gentle in her speech, her husband is the most, the husband is the most fortunate of men. He's the most fortunate of men. When a man marries, he gets the finest thing he will ever have, a wife to help and encourage him. That's plain, man. That's all we need here. If property is not fenced in, thieves will wander in and help themselves. So a woman is also a possession. She's a property. If a property is not fenced in, thieves will wander in and help themselves. And if a man has no wife, he is the sign wanderer. People have no more trust in the homeless person who sleeps in different place every night than they have in a wandering thief who goes from town to town. So basically, just a man going house to house, sleeping with a woman. You should be comfortable with a wife, man. If you have more than one wife or just one wife, but a woman is a property. If she's not, basically, he said, compared to being fenced in, she will be taken advantage of by other men. And I mean, it's as simple as you can possibly put it, man. She has to be in order. And listen, this is Proverbs 31. This is Proverbs 31, and I'm going to drop down to verse 10. It says, who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. And that's a beautiful thing, man. The heart of her husband doeth safely trust in her. See that? The heart of the husband doeth safely trust in her. See, if you got a good woman, then you automatically, your heart automatically trusts in her, man. Your mind will be trusted in her. So she's righteous. She's far precious than rubies. So that he shall have no need of spoil. See, he know his she's not going anywhere, man. She's not going to be taken away from him. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life, man. And these women are of the elect. These women we were speaking of are the elect women. The Lord, the ones the Lord is truly dealing with, man. Not these women that's is causing all kind of trouble and madness in the streets, man. Drop it down to verse 30. It says, favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. See that? Beauty is vain. So just because she look good at this and that, man, that's vain, man. But a woman that feareth Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, she shall be praised. See that? No matter how she look, she shall be praised if she fear the Lord, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. It says, give her of the fruit of her hands and let her own works praise her in the gates. And that's her doing what, you know what I'm saying, taking care of the household, taking care of the family, taking care of the kids. And this is a beautiful thing for our women, man. Because they don't understand that they play a very important role in this society and in the society to come, man. But the point is, the Lord is dealing with men, man. And if you're under the covering of your man, you are good. You should want your husband to be in power. This is Revelations 21 and 3. It says, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh by Shem Yahushua is with men, and he will dwell with them, and he shall be, and they shall be his people, and power himself shall be with them, and be their power. And the woman is right up under that man, man. So I'm going to end it there. Lord willing was edifying. Shalom. Shalom.